Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has come down further. We talked in the previous video about this trend line, and we said as long as we are below the trend line, the downward pressure is probably going to continue. It's going to persist here, and we are currently following that nicely. So for me at the moment, there is a good chance that we're already coming down here. We talked about this Elliott Wave count, and I mean, this is just one of the two main counts. Not going to show you all the counts in this video because I'm running a bit out of time, but you saw them all in previous videos, and we're just following that downward movement at the moment. There is of course still a possibility we are reversing here to the upside. That is still possible, unfortunately, but you can see that, especially looking at the chart from this perspective, there's a very clear there is a very clear descending wedge on this chart. You could call it an ending diagonal, and that just points to one more low here. Now you can also see we had a bit of a trend line here yesterday, depending on how you draw it, but that was broken. That is certainly not a not a bullish sign. So we broke out of this sort of channel to the downside. That is certainly something that would confirm the move down. We have here a wave B low, which is at 18,930. A move below that level would further confirm the downward move. That will also be next support, and then the 18,450, 18,470 level. In this Elliott Wave count, again, we see this as an ending diagonal. We say that this here was a wave 1, this a wave 2, this a wave 3, this a wave 4, and this a wave 5. Each of these subwaves are counted as 3 wave structures. A, B, C. Now you could argue that maybe the wave 1 was here. It doesn't really matter for now. And then you had just A, B, C, and this is also A, B, C, and then we came down A, B, C, and A, B, C, and now A, B, and the C wave down. And looking at the C wave down now, this is where in which we are. The wave C in itself would be a 5-wave move. Now let me actually go to the 30-minute chart just to make that a bit clearer here. So I think the wave B in itself, A, B, C, or even a triangle. So we could argue that this here might have been a triangle. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, we had a lot of triangles on crypto charts recently, so that's not unlikely. And that we're now heading down here in the C wave. And to give you a bit of orientation where we are in the C wave, my interpretation would be that we have here seen the wave 1. This was the wave 2, and we're now heading down in wave 3. There will be a wave 4, there will be a wave 5 down. Now, targets for the wave 3, let's see if we draw. By the way, you can see that in the wave 3 we have here another 1-2 set up. So this could point towards a bit of an extension of the same. So if we draw the targets, wave 1, wave 2, first target for me would be the 1.618 extension, 18,800. But if you look at what ADA did overnight, it extended that wave 3. So it could very well be that Bitcoin goes all the way up to the 200% extension, 18,660, or the 2.618 extension at 18,427. So need to be open towards quite a strong sell-off here, because the overall wave C target, let's look at that as well. Target for the wave C, we take the length of the wave A, we add it to the beginning of the wave C, and then we've got one key target here. That's the 1.618 FIB extension. That is at 17,693. There's also a clear limit for that 5th wave. Now that is quite far down actually, but the point is the wave 4 must not be longer than the wave 3. Now we can easily measure the length of the wave 3 and say the wave 5 started here. Then the limit would be 15,850. So this must be the low as per this wave count. The low basically of the bear market, the low of this structure. That's sort of the, let's say, the worst case it is allowed to do. If it goes any lower, it's not this wave count, but at the moment this wave count is pointing to the downside. There is still a potential that this wave 4 was never finished, that we're going to see one more leg up. but it's getting increasingly less likely, especially as we broke below the $19,200 level. But can I rule it out completely? No, of course not. Bitcoin is just far too, let's say, far too choppy at the moment and leaves just too many options available. But the point is now, as long as we are below, so that's the key level, as long as we are below the 19,430 level, that wave too high, we can imminently focus on lower. And even if we go above that level, the key level here would be 19,530, the wave E high. Only if we go above that level, I think a larger recovery is possible. Until then, the focus is on further downside. Yeah, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Finally, we see some movement. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.